Oh,
Glad I
this
ain't
is
wear
what y'all do.
shorts.
Let's just go ahead and jump into it. So, all right, y'all. Trix and Zeke, we here on the campus of Morgan State University, where it all began for you guys. I was just talking to Trix, aka Kevin Bent. It's been about 23 years for you. So talk to me about what inspired you guys to team up and create what we know as Trix and Zeke, and how has it evolved over the last 20 plus years?
Wow, yeah, saying that number again is retarded. Anyway, yeah, thank you so much, first of all, for having us. We truly appreciate it. But yeah, how Trix and Zeke came about is, if you don't know, so my uncle had this company on campus, promotion company called Extreme Nightlife. That was a big marketing company. And when I came in '03, Zeke came in '02, we bunched together.
Correct.
And a partner named Beans
Yes.
brought Zeke onto the table, and we were just doing parties, and then we was doing undergrad parties, like 18 and up, and then me and Zeke just had a vision, like, yo, let's take this on the road, and let's do 21 and up, let's do 18 and up as well, and let's grow with the situation. And we always just had the same vision and ideas that was together, so that just kind of knitted together, and then, you know, here we are, 23. You aging us,
23?
too. You aging us.
Wait, how the hell we get this? It's about
You
22.
aging- Nah.
See, I told you media. They always add stuff. Yeah, that's good. That's good. No, but we are very grateful. Let me grab the mic, pause. We're very grateful for Rude Boy. He definitely gave us the foundation, showed us the way. So shout out to Kevin Rude Boy. There probably wouldn't be no Trix and Zeke if it wasn't for him.
1,000%.
All the way. And he's right. We just had bigger visions for what was in front of us, and we're able to excel to modern day. And it's just a beautiful thing because most black men don't last 22 years.
That's what she was saying.
That's real.
Most friendship, period.
Yeah, most friendships don't. Yeah, because I lost some friends along the way. And most friendships, most business relationships don't last 22 years. So for us to still be here and Morganites and both from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised, it's just a beautiful thing. Great synergy. Thank you. Pause.
Y'all all right? Just stop being so.
My bad, huh?
Yeah, loosen up a little bit. So how does it feel to be back on the campus of Morgan State?
This is great. Evolution is amazing here because I'm looking on the campus. I'm seeing where all our money went to. You know, I'm seeing these buildings pop up. It just feels awesome. There is a little bit euphoria involved as well because this is not the campus I came to.
Thanks.
When I came here, there was dirt roads. There wasn't good quality food. I heard they have crab legs now. So
No, they don't.
yeah, they have crab legs. Yeah, it's crazy. But
Wow.
I'm just excited to see the growth, right, and the change. So it just feels good to be back here.
Yeah, no, to piggyback what Isaiah said, it's definitely a beautiful situation to come back to home, because this is home for us. This is where we became adults. We became young professionals, you know what I mean? And yeah, to come back and just to see the growth is just insane, and it's just amazing to be back and to see it.
So last year, MSU was robbed of its homecoming by way of gun violence. What are your thoughts on that incident? And what do you hope people take away this year from the experience? And also, what do you hope to take away from the experience coming back?
No, that's definitely an unfortunate situation that happened. It seems like just these kids these days is just, they don't value life and they don't value repercussions. Unfortunately for me, I seen both. I seen friends of mine got killed by gun violence, and I was incarcerated in 2012 for a year. So I see the both situations. And growing up, you know, we had access to everything they got access to, but we was mindful, like, all right, if we're gonna have, for example, a gun, not saying that we had it, but if we had a gun, let's say in our house, that was for protection. God forbid somebody kicking the door late night or something like that. But nowadays, you step on somebody's shoe, they're quick to be like, yo, I'm gonna shoot you, and they really would shoot you, or attempt. So it's just unfortunate that, you know, homecoming was robbed last year in its entirety, because, you know, people look forward to homecoming every year, because that's a family reunion, you know what I mean? So that was just super unfortunate.
Yeah, and the crazy part about that, we were actually doing one of our events. We had a cooking class, right? So we host these alumni events throughout the week. And during our cooking class, we hear the sirens because it wasn't too far from Morgan. And then, you know, Trix looks online and he says, there's a shooting at Morgan. So it took the life out of the event.
Right.
And in that moment made me think like how important homecoming is for alumni to come back, to feel welcome. Because once we graduate, some of us go to our own environments, and a lot of them are PWI environments, right? Where we're not predominantly in a space where we could be ourselves. So to come back to be one with a bunch of professionals, be ourselves, it was just heartbreaking to see that. In reference to the gun violence, I don't know. These children, young men and women are going down a wrong path. I don't have an answer. I don't think the world has an answer. I just think it's one of those things we have to weather the storm, and this is their wave. Even on TikTok trends, there's something called YNS. It's unfortunate where somebody like myself who would be considered uncle OG, I can't help a young brother out without him feeling like he has to pull out a weapon and feel threatened by my presence. So I don't have an answer. I just pray and wish that we all make it home safe each and every night. And welcome to Morgan State University.
Yeah. So you guys have quite the lineup coming up for homecoming. Talk to me about that lineup, each event, and why should people show up to you guys' events? Why should we come out?
Yeah, so in order to have 23 years in the event industry or what we're doing, you have to have full engagement, right? So we've kind of ran with the tagline of more than just parties. So we start off Monday with a workout event, which is going to be right on the yard at Hillen Road in between the library and the student center. And the workout event is important because we start with health. So somebody like myself, I'm trying to get back in shape. Don't laugh at me. I'm trying to get back in shape, because health is very important. Don't laugh at me, Kevin. So it's very important that we start off the week with that because the rest of the week is going to be engagement, a lot of spirits, let's just say. Tuesday, we have the cooking class.
Yeah, and the cooking class is really dope and it's important, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have Dash, another student that went to Morgyn, and he's doing really well in the whole cooking industry.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna come back and, we're gonna actually cook together like it's Thanksgiving. And we're gonna sit together, one long table, and we just interact. We ask people, what can I do to help? What could you do to help me? How was your kids? How, stuff like that. So super interactional. And that's really a beauty of the cooking class. And then Wednesday we have...
Yes, Wednesday is amazing. So we finally partnered with Morgan State University Alumni Association. There's been a gap between the individuals who are age 30 to about 45 who are not being engaged with Morgan. The goal is to obviously raise money and just increase engagement. So we're gonna have a sit-down banquet hall dinner conversation with about 20 elite Morganites, as well as Morgan State University will be there as well. And that will take place at the Morgan State University bookstore. So this is very different. It's a different dynamic we've not used to, but I love the engagement. We're actually setting in a new place that we've never set at before. So it's amazing for individuals to come back to see it, see the bookstore, maybe shop around a little bit, and engage with the Morgan Alumni Association.
Absolutely. And then Thursday we have a super dope, different event. It's the Morgan State alumni basketball game. So it's going to be the ex-basketball players are going to be playing against each other, male and females. They're going to be talking trash, and Zeke and I, we're going to be coaching each of them. And I think that's going to be really cool and unique. We've been trying to do that for a while now, but now since Morgan, we kind of partnered together, so they're open with letting us do what we got to do, and they're just with us.
Yeah, and the beauty of that is that I came to Morgan to play basketball. I played 02 to 03. So this is near and dear to my heart because the reason I actually ended up at Morgan is basketball. So it's for Morgan to give back and have all the players come back, and Trix and I coach each of the different teams. Team Sam Brand, Team Reggie Holmes, Team BB, and Team Tiny. It's gonna be amazing. But then we transition to Friday. We have a great friend of us named Sophia. She's actually going to do a mental health.
She's a Morgan alum.
And she's a Morgan alum, that's right. And she's a Brooklynite. Shout out to Sophia.
Brooklyn.
Yes. And she's actually going to do a wellness / mentor / maybe expound more on that one, Trix, because I know you were in the front seat of that.
Yeah, no, Soph is definitely super dope. So she's big in the mental industry. So she's going to just talk to ladies about just mental health. Like, ladies, where you guys at mentally? Like, how are you doing? And she's going to come with professional answers and support system with that. And following right after that, we're going to do a real upscale old R&B vibes at the same place at the Perch. It's going to be 25 and up, 30 and up, basically.
30, 40 now, so 30 and up.
It's going to be a super dope
Got
vibe. So that's Friday night and Saturday.
So Saturday we're going to start on the yard. We're going to tailgate. Make sure you come get some bent wine. Are you gonna do OIA there as well?
I might.
So Bent Wine and OIA will be on the tailgating. We're not sure where we're gonna be at yet, but we'll let you know. Look out for our social media handles. And then after that, we're gonna do an exquisite R&B only party at Iconic Live, which is a real big venue for us because that's where a lot of people came to Morgyn, which was originally the Hammerjacks. So so that building is once again euphoric for us because that's where a lot of people party. A lot of people had their first drink.
That's where I had my first drink.
Me too. My first drink was there. So it's nostalgia to come back to a venue like that and everybody come have a good time with a lot of professionals and great individuals of Morganites alumni.
Sunday is a beautiful situation, right? Yes. Sunday is the brunch/day party at Black Swan, who's an owner who also went to Morgyn. So as you can see the pattern what we're doing, right?
Yes.
So we plan to really make that really like the exit. We had a blast. We can't wait for next year or CIAA to come up. So that's how we're gonna kind of end it off. So as you can see, we're more than just parties. It's a whole week of events. And first of all, we just want to say thank you guys for supporting us because we can't do this year after year after year with just us, right? Correct. You guys support. You guys give us energy, and that gives us our momentum. So thank you guys.
Yes.
Talk to me about your HBCU experience. What do you make of the time that you spent here? And then in hindsight, how does that look to you?
Got you. So that's a great question. So
very good.
I was actually talking about this to somebody a few months ago. It was like, how was your, Morgyn experience? And I was like, honestly, my Morgyn experience was a little bit different from the average, right? I would say that it's similar to like the best player of of the basketball team or NFL team, right? Because I was, again, one of the biggest promoters on campus.
You was a superstar.
We was superstars.
No, you was a superstar.
No, we was all superstars.
You was Jordan, I was Pippen.
Cut it out. So we was it was really a great experience for me. Like from down to professors, making sure that everything is good on my papers and stuff like that, to female friends that was helping me with different paperwork and stuff like that. It was just getting free food. It was just super dope. And I wish I could do it all over again every single time I come to homecoming. So that was my experience.
Yeah, my experience was the same, being the Scottie Pippen of the Chicago Bulls. And Hunt was Dennis Rodman. Yo, my bad, Hunt. We still love you.
Boy was
Phil Jackson. We was the 91 Bulls. We were outside. And but you see that interaction, that's what made Trix and Zeke, right? So we would do that with everybody we came across. We were before social media. Oh, yeah. We were the flyer era, so we controlled the bridge. So my collegiate experience was next to none. Not only is it next to none, it was so amazing. People still to this day tell me, Trix and Zeke, Rude Boy, you guys made our college experience. I love Morgan State University. I love the Alumni Association, but they did not engage us, right? There was a disconnect, and that's why I'm so glad we're partnering with them. But we were the engaging factors, right? Even though it was through parties, but outside of that, people saw us on campus. We talked to them, we love them. We see them to this day. People still love us. We still have the same connection. And that's what HBCU is really about, right? I could walk down Chicago and see one of my alumni friends, and we hug it out, hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. Or I could be somewhere in Dubai, or I could be in Bali. It doesn't matter where it's at. But Morganite is there, and we know them, we're going to connect. Or if they need resources, that's what our collegiate experience was all about.
Talk to me about, from college, what did you guys study? And what were your majors? And how did you utilize those or how are you utilizing that in your life today?
So my major was Bridgeology 101. It became that. Now, but I came up here for business administration. Honestly, I didn't know what to go to school for, and that seemed like that was the common thing to do. But it worked out, right? Because everything I do now is all business, and I really appreciate what I learned in classroom, on the bridge, just doing events. You know what I mean? Because everything kind of made sense of that. So you know what I mean? I have a clothing line called Only in America. That came from a situation that I was involved in 2012 when I unfortunately was locked up. But what came from that was the clothing line. 8 years later, the wine company came about, and that everything's kind of like is all intertwined. So that came about in 2020. So that's what came from everything from Morgyn for me.
That's tough, and I'm gonna tell a quick story. So I came to Morgyn as a What was my first major? Ooh.
Accounting?
No, before it was accounting, it was IT. So I was computer science, like comp sci, and I played basketball. So it was extremely hard. So I transitioned to accounting, and then I got out of college, had a child, still throwing parties, and it was kind of hard to juggle. Then I had lost my job. So I lost my job. Trix and I became full entrepreneurs for a long time, maybe 5-6 years. Just all of parties and any extracurricular that we might have had going on. But then it was time for me to transition because I was getting older. The crowd was trying to thin out and people were looking for more. So at that time, and it's funny that Trix says that because now I know how I'm in my current career right now, where he went on vacation. And through that process, I was there through that process. So I was in the courtroom and I felt like he was not represented well.
I wasn't. That's actually good. I see where you're going.
You see me? And not only was he represented well, the reason he went to was the dumbest shit ever. Excuse my French. So I always took that and I was like, damn, like, how can I help black men? So now currently I worked in workforce. But workforce and advocacy are a thin line. So I am blessed to work at the Attorney General's office in DC. So every day I'm working with doctors. Every day I'm working with judges and lawyers. And the objective is to help black men who've been in trick situations for dumb stuff. So I am like the black male Olivia Pope in Washington, DC. And it came about because my partner was incarcerated for something that
You never told me that.
I know, it just came alive. Now that I'm hearing it because I'm playing it back, because seeing you go through that situation, like, it fucked me up. It did. You go from Trix and Zeke to Zeke, and I gotta do everything, and people are like, hey, is Trix all right? And I'm like, yo, what the fuck, send him some money. Like, excuse my French again, just so adamant passionate about this. But it came about that now I'm in the courtroom helping individuals who have non-violent cases, non-drug cases. So, and it's a beauty that's coming to light because the way I'm helping black men every day,
Changing lives.
it changed my life. It really did.
And it's you changing others too.
And now I'm changing others
dope.
every day. So I'm grateful for the Morgyn experience. I think the beauty of the role I'm in right now is I can be able to speak in a boardroom, speak in a courtroom, as well as go in the corner, any hood in America, and be able to articulate whatever problem or situations that there may be.
That's dope.
Talk to me about what advice you have for the young black man. Maybe he's a senior in high school right now, trying to figure out if he wants to go the street route, go straight into the workforce, or he wants to come here to Morgan State. What's your advice to him?
I'd say that's actually a great question because that's not really asked often enough. I would honestly recommend they definitely go to HBCU. Not only just to get the education wise, right? It's just to get the connection, right? Because you just never know who you're gonna meet every single day on campus. And when you come to school though, right? Don't be a mute, right? Talk to everybody, right? Because you never know. You could run into a girl named Morgan and now she's at the White House every 2 days. And you just iHeartRadio, or you could meet a Trix and you want to start a beverage, or you could meet a Olivia Pope, aka Zeke, and you could get out of sticky shit. Like, you just never know, you know what I mean? And I really think it's important for you to be privy to stuff like that, because when you stay home, I think you're just kind of in a bubble, right? You don't know, you just know your corner, and you just think that's life. But nah, I think you have to really get out there and meet people and just grow.
That's a good one, man. I don't even know how to top that, man. What do I would say to the young black men? First and foremost, have a plan. I think a lot of young black men right now are walking around without a plan, right? College may not be for everybody.
That's true.
Right? And if you want to be whatever you want to be in life, you have to have a plan, some form of education. I feel like a lot of young black men are lost. So another pillar I have is Distinguished Gentlemen Collective. And right now we're about to mentor black men who are at Morgan State University who are seniors. Because I don't know if anybody knows, since 2010, there is a 25% decline of black men who went to college. And in my thought process is that because they're not seeing enough black men who are doing amazing things in their spaces, entrepreneurs, doctors. We have a Morganite who's a facial reconstruction surgeon who went to Morgan, who was the first doctor in the DMV to use artificial intelligence to do a surgery.
Oh, wow.
Why is that not on the pillar, the highlight of everything running around right now? So it's our job to make sure everyone understands that and knows that. There are too many guns. We are in a drug era where they're doing drugs to cope. We sold drugs to survive. It was a little different. So I just pray and hope that we weather this storm and that tell the young black boy, you could be whatever you want to be. Just take your time, make good decisions, and work hard.
Is there anything I left off the table that y'all want to mention?
Nah, not for me. I think we hit everything. It was a great questions.
That was
I
good.
just wanna
How
say
can we
thank you.
follow y'all and stay in touch with your brands?
There you go.
Great, yeah. You can follow my personal page. I am TRIX_. From there, I got all the brands there. OIA_brand, Bent Wine Co. You can follow Trix and Zeke at Trix and Zeke, TRIXANDZEKE.
That was really good, man. So I am Just Zeke, JUSTZEKE on Instagram. You can follow the DGC Collective on Instagram. I do also have another company that I'm dealing with, a workforce. I just try to move really strategic when I'm presenting that because, as you know, the world is a weird space. So, but I say that to say in closing, the reason Trix and Zeke is because we're unique and we're authentic, right? When you see us, we're still smiling the same way we smiled 20 years ago. We make people feel warm, and as two black men, that's very important. I can't tell you how hard it was for me to see him go to jail, right? So it's very important that we smile because we're always judged because we're black men. It's very important that we
Right.
put smiles on people's faces and make them feel good.
Right, and smiling is contagious too, right? Because
Very.
everybody's walking around with something. Everybody's going through something, right? And you never know, a smile might just brighten up somebody else's day. And just to, again, talk to them. How are you doing? You know what I mean? And be genuine with it. I think that's basically it. So that's the heart of Morgan. And we just want to say thank you, Morgan. We appreciate you for, calling us to sit down. Shout out to Morgan State University.
Correct.
Can't wait to see everybody for homecoming.
Yes, go Bears.
Yeah, that was